Welcome back to the Best Levels of 2.1 series, this time with episode 2. I am a little bit sick this time, so sorry if my voice sounds a little bit dead. I am extremely excited to continue the series though, and if you didn't watch part 1, then the link will be in the description. If you don't remember from the previous episode, I'll be taking 10 levels that I consider to be some of the best of 2.1. I rated these of decoration, impact, and gameplay. Also remember these lists are entirely my opinion and I'm not saying they are a fact. Everything will be in the same format as part 1, so let's just get straight into it. First up in episode 2 is Master Duel by Xylonox. This is, in my humble opinion, Xylonox's best level. It has a very unique cartoony design that I absolutely love, and when you look closely, the attention to detail is insane. The amount of little Easter eggs Xylonox threw in gets me every time. Obviously, this level is a remake of the very popular 2-player demon Duelo Maestro by Nacho221, and it executes the feeling of the original well but gives it a new, spicy feel that brings this old legendary level back into the spotlight of the community. One of my small but favorite things about this level that I love is the way the snow moves at the first drop and at the ending screen, which is so complex it literally looks random like actual snow. These small details really sell this level for me, as there are loads of them more scattered around, and I would definitely say this unique, mind-blowing level is one of the best of 2.1. Up next is In Silico by Rafer. This is easily one of my favorite levels of all time. The song, the decoration, the atmosphere, the concept, the animation, the quality, the coin route, I could go on forever. In Silico is a level that tells a story about how you are thrown into a resort with an exploding volcano and you have exactly 3 minutes to escape. There are 3 stages, where in the first stage, a volcano erupts the first time. The animations are epic and very unique. You travel through the area at fast speeds until you eventually enter the generator, which is the second stage. This is my second favorite part of the level because of how awesome the decoration is and how the song fits extremely well. After you exit the generator in an awesome animation, you see the volcano show signs of erupting one more time before you enter a slow part that is like the calm before the storm. After you go through here, you fall into the final stage with the final drop, where the time is counting down and everything is falling apart. With no time to spare, you break through the final barrier and jump out of the tower in an epic animation. The cool thing about this level is that its coin route is basically an entire separate level that still syncs perfectly. The gameplay is fun and easy to learn, and the sync is excellent. Easily one of my favorite levels of all time, and definitely one of the best of 2.1. Up next is Dim by Sputniks. One of the most recently released levels on this list, Dim is just as mind-blowing, if not more mind-blowing, than his other masterpiece Zolas. The previous Auto movie was definitely awesome to look at, but this time we actually get to play in the 3D world Sputniks builds for us. Dim is a 10-level game that's reminiscent of Master Game, but it's actually 3D. The walls of this level change colors to the music, and you control the game with the 2-player controls. This unique, epic maze is easily one of the best levels in the game, and I feel really guilty that I'm not praising it enough, but I really don't know what to say. Everyone can understand why this level is so amazing, and it's a great level we can all appreciate, except when it comes to mobile players. Sputniks is definitely making a name for himself in 2.1, and I am excited to see what he can do with the 2.2 mechanics to make his ultimate masterpiece. Up next in this list is the Eschaton. This is a legendary level. Most people clicking on this video probably expected this somewhere. Featuring some of the most intense, cool, and well-synced boss fights this game has ever seen, the Eschaton has it all. A cool storyline, awesome decoration, on-point syncing gameplay, and an epic song to couple it all. Not to mention 5 boss fights. 5 boss fights! The quality of this level is unreal, especially at the final build-up and the final boss. The boss fight animations are mind-blowing, and with every move being clean and perfectly synced to the music. The effects are also groundbreaking, with awesome incredible flashes of light and hyper beams syncing to the music and making an epic feel of immersion. Literally the only negative thing I have to say about this level is how it's really laggy and some of the syncing gameplay are not the best at some parts. This is easily one of the best of 2.1 and in the entire history of the entire game. Props to Zender Game for creating this awesome masterpiece. Up next is Ouroboros by Viper and more. My god, I have no words for this masterpiece. Previewed on October 1st, 2019 by Viper, and this is one of, if not the best mega collab in the game. The consistency of the theme and how it all flows so well despite it having so many members really shows how much time Viper put into organizing and polishing it. I remember when C1997 reviewed this level when the first preview came out and how he said it was going to be a community-wide event on its release, and boy was he right. Featuring the most stunning visuals I have ever seen and a type of song that has never really been used before, the gameplay on this level has been complimented and appraised by numerous top players. It was executed masterfully and has a great theme, and the dragon boss fight is mind-blowing. Enough said, Ouroboros is one of the best of all time, let alone 2.1. Up next is Bootiti 3 by Jonathan GD. This level took a lot longer than expected to settle in with me. I think the hype from the reputation of Jonathan GD and Bootiti 2 set my expectations way too high, and I'm gonna be completely honest when I say I was disappointed when I saw Nexus's first progress video on it. This level has captured the community though, and it has been impossible not to see all the top players playing it. After I finally started to see this level more and more, I noticed so much more small details that made it get better and better. This level is so good that it pays so much attention to detail that you can't even notice it at first glance, and it literally makes the blocks seem like regular blocks on the editor. That's something I have not once seen on a level before, and that's when I was sold on Bootiti 3. That and the fact that he actually made a good sequel by improving the last one and making new separate gameplay and deco, but also sticking with the general theme, with all the portals and the structures being made out of letters from the GD font. These portals and saws made out of these structures are so good that you can't even notice it at first glance. This level also features something I don't think I've ever really seen before, which is a custom ground. I don't even know how he did this or why people haven't thought of it before, but man does it fly under the radar, it's so good. If you watch the previous level side by side with this one, you can realize how many small references he makes to the old levels. Not to mention the sync is absolutely incredible and so many things are so unique and excellent in the decoration. Overall, Bootiti 3 is one of the best of 2.1, it just took me a long time to realize it, and in the end that makes me like it even more. On a quick side note, sorry that I used Tech's low quality recording for this, it's just I don't actually have permission from Nexus to use his recording like I do with Tech, so I don't want to risk it. If you want to see the full quality level, then go check out Nexus's verification video. Up next is Aura by Serpong and Zender Game. Two of the godly creators of 2.1 in the collab only means one thing, an epic level. Using a song from Korea, one of the best music creators on Newgrounds, Serpong and Zender Game definitely outdid themselves. Featuring a story of where you enter some sort of military base with robots trying to kill you, you enter a long green chamber where you fight a weird robotic turtle that is extremely well animated and very satisfying to look at. After this fight, you go up into the center of the base in a crazy place with flashing lights and amazing effects. This part of the level syncs very well with the song, and the end is extremely well made and fitting. This is definitely one of the more unknown levels as it's only a 7-star, but I have no doubt it belongs in this list for its epic design and epic theme. Good job Zender Game and Serpong. Up next is Animation vs. GD by Agent Y.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this level on Nexus's YouTube channel, I had no idea what was going on. I thought this was some weird clip of Nexus building a level on some rip-off Geometry Dash editor simulator until I started noticing the robotic movements of the cursor. That's when it hit me that this was an actual level in the game, and that's when my mind exploded.
Animation vs. GD by Agent Y is nothing short of incredible.
I literally have no idea how he made this, and the amount of time and detail he put into it is mind-blowing. It only gets better from the initial shock of what it actually is, though. And it includes incredible animations that look amazingly smooth, and it eventually goes into a part where the whole game starts breaking, which is hilarious. He has also added a custom object Nerf gun, which is hilarious too. Overall, this level is my favorite auto just because of how awesome the concept is and how well executed and funny it is. Awesome job, Agent Y.
Up next is Aleph Null by Xander. Aleph Null is definitely an interesting level. It's a type of layout level that includes weird mechanics, a trend that surfaced in early 2019. This is definitely in the top 3 of the best levels that came from this trend though, and I would argue it's number 1. It uses extremely unique gameplay with functions that have never been seen before, such as dual waves with moving structures on top, freezing of icons and time, the movement of entire structures while playing in the epic end animation. This level is very interesting and gives off an air of curiosity and experimentality. Xander did a really good job of using the song to its maximum potential and syncing every last bit perfectly in one way or another. A different type of level than what you would expect on this list, but I feel that it should be included nonetheless. The last level for this episode is Future Funk by Jonathan GD. Released on March 28, 2018, this level was an instant hit. Coming right off the back of Dark Travel, this XXX level by one of the game's most beloved creators is a combination of 2 infamous levels in the game's history. These 2 levels are 2 you wouldn't usually pair together, being High Life and Clutterfunk, but they do make an interesting combo. Featuring skillful adaptation of colors and backgrounds, this has easily become one of the most recognizable and iconic levels of the engine.
My favorite parts are the end and the duel, though every part is epic and clean. Something Jonathan does really well in this level is accommodating for players that have computers or phones that might not be able to handle the high object counts, as he does his best to keep the design simple but effective, and he does it very well. He also has LDM triggers that parts that might be a little object heavy. Like always, Jonathan puts in very complicated but enjoyable coins in the level, and that's something I admire. This level is an interesting combination of two very famous levels, and I am hyped for its sequel, Future Funk 2. Great job, Jonathan. Hey guys, thank you all so much for watching episode 2 of the series. The support has been insane. If you haven't watched episode 1 already, go check it out in the description. You don't want to miss any of these awesome levels. I really hope you enjoyed, as I tried to make it as entertaining as possible, so if you have any suggestions on how I can improve, be sure to tell me in the comments. I'd once again like to thank Nadia and Captain Clumsy for helping me with this video. They are some of the nicest people you will meet, so please go check out their channels, you won't regret it. The next episode should be out in a week or two, so subscribe to stay posted on that. Once the final episode is out, I have a ton of content planned, so keep an eye out for those too. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.